Welcome back, YouTubers, here to another episode here of Madden 15 Connected Franchise with the Indianapolis Colts and Coach Teddy Bonds. This is episode 11, and we are in week 10, and that means we are in our bye week here, as you see there on the screen here. And of course, Coach Teddy Bonds doing very well for himself. I believe coming into this game, we're either 9-0 coming into the bye week here. We have not lost yet. Which is a good thing, I guess you could say, knock on wood here. And so far, he's done a pretty good job here with this team. Very impressive with his numbers from everybody. We'll see those here in just a bit. Had a great game there against the Giants in the last episode and won that one. We had some near close calls there here the last couple of weeks with Cincinnati, just beating them by just a field goal or so. And I think we had another game like that earlier in the season. So it's been a very productive year so far. And of course, we would like to see even more wins and even more production coming up here in the next coming weeks here. So about another 7 more weeks left here in the season. And of course, we're sitting pretty there in the AFC South. Which we'll see those stats here later on. But right now we're just going to get the game prep here, and we're just going to do a scrimmage here for the whole team, if I'm not mistaken. There you see right there. So we're going to go ahead and use majority of our time here for the week here to get players ready, and just to get them, get them kind of into the routine, even though we don't have a game this week. Just get them in a routine to get them ready and get them, excited, or get them, keep the, I guess you could say, the wheels oiled, or the lug nuts oiled up still, and keep them, ready to go here as we take our bye week. So 9-0 there you see. We are first in the NFL. Of course, the Cardinals are right behind us, 8-0. And, of course, there you can see all the other ones there with other teams there who we actually got, I think, 4 teams with a tie this season. And there, of course, you see the Jacksonville Jaguars, 2-7 there, the worst in the NFL. So by the looks of it right now, the season ended today, they would have the number 1 pick in the NFL draft. So now we're looking at some AFC statistics there, the standings there for them, and of course we'll look at the NFC. And of course, like I said, the Cardinals 8-0 there. Lions right behind there have the next best record, 6-2. So they're playing really good football right now. So like I said, coming into this game, or coming into this bye week, we don't have really too many things to really worry about. Only thing that I'm concerned about, as Coach Teddy Bonds is concerned with, is just the defense. We want to have that bend but not break mentality. Of course, we're going to give up points, and we know we don't have the best defense out there, because that's what we're going to be working on for the next season here. But we want to make sure that we just can keep a lead, keep our offense on the field as long as possible, so we can have those guys come in. I've also adjusted the subs on this game. So you'll see in probably the next episode guys coming in and out, not always on the defensive line, because I'm running a 4-3 and not a 3-4. So we're going to see guys, linebackers and really linebackers and defensive linemen coming off the field from more often time to time, so we can get those backups in the game and whatnot. So there you see Chiefs are 7-1 there, and of course there you see the Lions 6-2 there in the NFC North. But going back to what we want to see, more production for offense. So we're trying to keep them on the field as much as possible. Not to mention with Trent Richardson, just pretty much the workhorse that he is. And of course, I would like to see that happen more often here in real life. But here in the game, he's just been a beast when it comes to running here. I'm sure you guys seen the videos and watched the episodes. He's just been a beast, and he's already had a little over, I think he has about 1,500 yards so far this season. We'll see those stats here very soon. But just want to see more production out of him and really try to not put so much of the running workload on him, but start getting more of a help and whatnot from his backup, that being Bradshaw. So Maud Bradshaw is going to have him set up when it comes to backups coming in more often when it comes on offense in that scenario. And also, too, I'm going to try to put him in more of the playbooks. I'm going to change up the playbooks, so there will be certain formations and certain things that he'll be looking. You guys will be seeing them in. Now, right now, we're taking a look at some of the injuries here. Of course, you guys can pause the video and check some of these injuries out and whatnot. I'm not going to get too much into it. But that being said, there are some interesting injuries there. You guys can check those out. Let me know in the comment section what injuries you think are detrimental for a lot of teams here. I know there's quite a few. But like I said, we're going to try to really get that offense going here. We're going to try to get Kobe Fleener. Not Kobe, however I said it, but Kobe Fleener. We're going to try to get him in the offense more often. I believe Dwayne Allen already has 1,000 some yards so far this season. And I think he's leading the team in both receptions, in yards, receptions, and in touchdowns. So, like I said, that's always been something I've been here the last couple of years playing both college and Madden. Tight ends are just been awesome. And of course, I guess you could say that's happening in real life right now with like guys like Witten and whatnot doing the same thing. But yeah, we're gonna try to get Kobe Fleener in there so we can work him into that more in the offense here, and really just try to spread the ball out so we don't come so predictable when it comes to certain plays. I know that play action play that I use for Allen, I'm going to start trying to implement that more with Fleener so I can kind of do a flip-flop between the two, so Fleener can run those routes or really try to change the route up when it comes to that play, and especially with the I formation and so on and so forth. But yeah, that right there is pretty much our game plan when it comes to offense. And like I said, defense, really just try to work on getting the defensive line and defensive backs there, the linebackers and stuff. Try to get them in the game, get their backups in more often, and rest up. Try to get them in, especially when those times were like the Cincinnati game, where we were on the field quite a lot more often and had a harder time trying to get 3 and out on the opposition. So, that is something we're going to have to work on, and something I've been, noticing here a lot more here in the last couple of episodes, that I'm going to have to do a better job when it comes to getting the defense off the field, or getting the offense off the field, and try to keep my defense healthy and ready to go for next time they have to come out there. But with Andrew Luck, of course, playing with him has always been fun. I've had him in, I believe I transported him from the college game to the to Madden, and that was back in Madden 12, I believe. Had fun playing as him in there, and of course there you see his numbers there: 2,739 yards, 27 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. I like that ratio right there. I was a little scared there earlier in the season that I was going to have a high interception rate towards his touchdowns. But you see 17 touchdowns for Richardson, 3 just for Bradshaw. And, of course, Richardson, 1,001 yards there for him. Bradshaw only 190. And, like I said, we're going to get him, implement him more into this offense here. And especially when it comes to playbook, I'm going to start changing some schemes there and get him in more mainly in the I formation, try to really use him up the gut and whatnot in that formation, because that's the formation I use more often. But also do some other formations there and keep him as our third down back. But there you see the numbers there for the receivers. Now we go to defense, and there's some of the numbers there. Not to mention also when it comes to defense, I know my corners are not the best corners in the world. Davis is probably the only one that I've been enjoying playing as. He's had quite a few interceptions here as of late, and I'm just hoping that that'll continue on throughout this season here with the next couple of weeks coming up. So, if I'm not mistaken, I think our second half of our season, we got the schedule is not too much in our favor. I think we still, I think we're done playing on one team in our division because we already played them twice, and then the other guys we got to play later on down the road. But of course, anything can happen. We're still, I thought the Cincinnati game was going to be our, our trap game. But, we got lucky getting out of that game. Just barely, by the skin of our teeth, we got out of that game. And we were able to move on and win that one. And then, of course, we won the one against the Giants there just last week. So with this bye week, we're hoping to just get rested up. Opportunity if any guys are injured, which as far as I know, that's one thing I forgot to put in this video. Well, yeah. Oh no, I did. I showed you guys. You guys already seen that. We don't have any injuries for right now, which is a good thing because normally I usually have a buttload of injuries. Usually I have anywhere from almost 7 to 8 or 8 to 10 guys on the injury list, and then I usually have to put 2 or 3 on injury reserve for because they have season-ending injuries. So I'm guessing the subbing the guys I've actually worked out, so I don't have too many guys getting overworked and overexhausted, and then of course you get overexhausted, and then you start creating more injuries. So I'm guessing with the new settings I have with the new sliders that I've been using, and then the slider set for the subbing in and out, I think they're actually working and benefiting from injuries and stuff. So that always helps. And speaking of that, I've actually got a video that I'm gonna try to get out here. Oh man, I don't know when, because currently right now I'm on vacation right now, hanging out with a good friend of mine from college. Had a great weekend with just a lot of friends. Had a little kind of a college reunion. It's been about a little over 5 years since we all seen each other. Of course, buddy I'm hanging out with, I usually talk to him every single day, and I see him about 2 or 3 times a year. My good buddy Steve, or if you guys know him from other videos he's been in, or his own channel, Sven Customs, or on GTA, on our GTA series, on my other channel, Dukes of Los Santos, he's known as Casey Sven. I'm in town at his place right now, which sitting here watching wrestling on mute, watching last night's Monday Night Raw. But I'm here hanging out with him, and we're gonna be getting ready to play some GTA Online. The heists are up today, and we're gonna try to get a video up for that and everything. But yeah, I'm trying to get some footage while I'm here hanging out with him. So depending on what my schedule is like, what we're going to be doing and stuff like that. That video, it's a slider video, actually shows you guys the sliders I'm using and the settings and stuff. That should be up. I'm trying to get that up, get that edited up, get it ready here for sometime before the weekend. It's really, it's not gonna be that hard to do, but sometime this weekend, before the weekend gets here, I'll put that up for you guys and you guys can check those out. It'll be a quick video, little video I can do. But there you see, we're looking at some of the annual awards here of the season would have ended today, and some of the guys are up for the awards there. You guys can check those out there. Pause the video. But yeah, Rookie of the Year, and or it's just the Offensive Rookie of the Year, the Defensive Rookie of the Year players like that. There you see Bortles up there for the Jags. And then, yeah, overall, just some of the names you guys have probably you guys probably know. A lot of you guys that follow football on a week in, week out basis. There you see Luck up there as best quarterback right now. Of course, he's been, like I said, over 2,000 yards for the season for him. I just have I've had an excellent year with him, using him, and you customize customize your own playbook, getting the plays that you want. The only thing I shouldn't say I don't do too much customizing with the playbook, because the only thing I change is just the defense. It's just a 4-3 defense and just the regular playbook that I use, which is their playbook. So really not too much customizing, but throughout the seasons I'll be changing in and out of playbooks and customizing my own playbook, which I'm kind of doing right now, of the certain plays and formations I want to start using, and just kind of build that team up to what I want to see them run. So of course there'll be a lot of me. If you guys have seen past videos or heard me talk about in past videos, I love my running game. I love running, having 2 or 3 backs in the game, and using screen passes, and using maybe that one guy to throw over the top and throw deep. I haven't got to that point just yet, and of course we're really working on my offensive line, and that's what we're going to be working on next season. But right now I just want to work on the defense, get the defense ready, and get that so we don't have to worry about that next season. Try to, my rule by thumb is no more than 21 points is enough for a team to score on you. You don't want the team to score on you at all. I mean, if you get down to it, you don't want them to score at all, but you're gonna have to give up something. And why not just give up just 21 points? That's it. 21 points or less per game. But sometimes you have a bad day and give up more than that. Then I want to make sure I have that defense that can just cap the lid on it real quick and not have to do so much worrying when we get down to the stretch here, like we are coming up here. So eventually, not saying I'm going to lose on purpose, but we'll have a tough loss here, and we'll have to suck it up and take it. But by any means, we're not going to just say, oh yeah, we're just going to give up this game and so we can say we have a loss and someone beat us. I want to see how far we can go with this and see if we can go undefeated and go into the postseason here. But of course, then on retrospect, I kind of do want to have a loss, so I don't want my first loss to be a playoff game that we get booted out in. So that's that would be very frustrating for me. I would definitely be throwing the controller around and have a temper tantrum. So there you see the National Football Conference and some of the awards they have. You guys can check those out right there. But so far, like I said, it's been really cool. I've been learning a lot about this game this year because this is the second game for the PS4 and Xbox One consoles. I didn't get the game last year. I decided just to sit out a year of playing Madden in a new game of Madden and kind of just see what the next gen systems look like and what they're gonna have in the game and whatnot. And so far, I'm impressed. They can, my buddy Steve and I were talking about last night that things they can add on to the next game and whatnot. I kind of want to see them do year-to-year saves like they do for the baseball game, which is coming out here just about a couple weeks. MLB 15. that'll be something that EA will have to look at, because by far that's gonna be a very, I mean, that's gonna be for me and for a lot of people here on YouTube that do videos, right there, that will be a seller there that I instead of buying Madden every other year, I'll definitely buy Madden every year, as long as I can bring my year-to-year saves with me from game to game. So that'd be some. So if, EA, if you're listening, hey, you might want to start doing that. Start doing year-to-year saves, and so you can move not just your franchise, but also your owner, your coach, or the player that you have in games in the future. So, because that's something right now that, I mean, they have the technology out there. There's stuff to do it. You just save it up on the cloud and then download it from the cloud and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, that's my only concern right now for these games when it comes to football and even basketball too. 2K. I wouldn't mind seeing them do the same thing, because it is successful. I mean, it's been a lot of fun. So, but as we in this episode here, I'm gonna get back to talking about the team. But there you see, coming up here, we have a great matchup here. We got the Patriots. We got Tom Brady coming in town, going against Andrew Luck and the Colts here. And Andrew Luck and the Colts 9-0 for the season, and the Patriots 7-2. And we're just going to have to make sure when they come into town, we got to check those footballs and make sure they're not too deflated. So we'll have to see how that goes here in this Week 11 matchup here between these two teams. Of course, they have a lot of history with one another. Brady and Manning playing against each other almost every single year. And definitely always, usually this game decides who's going to be higher in the rankings there in the AFC conference. So with that being said, that is it for me, you guys. Definitely come on back for another episode of Madden 15 Connected Career, or I should say Connected Franchise, with the Colts and Coach Teddy Buns. Definitely come back and see another episode. Not to mention, follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Tumblr. The links are down below in the description. And thank you for everybody that subscribed to the channel. We're a little over 220 subscribers and growing, continue to grow here. And I want to thank you guys for getting the word out there and continue getting the word out there about the channel. But as always, keep yourselves and each other healthy, and I will see you guys next time.